This layer has a surface temperature of at least 26.5 degrees Celsius or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The warm seawater is absorbed by the air. This moist, warm air affects the atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is the pressure caused by the weight of air. The map shows the places where storms are most likely. Hurricane Mitch 1998, October 22nd, 1998. A storm begins to form over the Atlantic Ocean. October 20, 1998. As the storm develops into a hurricane, the eye becomes visible. October 26, 1998. Hurricane Mitch becomes larger and more powerful. October 28, 1998. After it reaches land, Hurricane Mitch loses strength. Most hurricanes in North America happen when different water currents meet. When these currents come together, they produce a group of thunderstorms called a tropical disturbance. The disturbance grows as warm, moist air moves away. As the air rises, it cools and the water in it condenses and releases heat. This causes lower atmospheric pressure, which pulls even more air into the system. As the wind moves faster, the tropical disturbance becomes a tropical depression. As air moves into it, the system begins to spin around. When the storm's wind grows to 62 kilometers per hour or greater, it becomes a tropical storm, and it is given a name. If the storm keeps growing and its wind speed reaches 119 kilometers per hour, it is a hurricane. Inside a hurricane. At Earth's surface, the air pressure in a hurricane is low. When the air moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure, strong winds develop. The warm, moist air from the ocean moves to areas of low pressure. There the air rises and forms bands of rain. These rain bands can produce more than 5 centimeters of rain per hour. The powerful winds of a hurricane go around the eye of the storm. A hurricane's eye is calm. Within the eye, there are few winds or clouds. Storm clouds, called wall clouds, surround the eye to form the eye wall. A hurricane's strongest winds and heaviest rain happen within wall clouds that spin around the eye. In the eye walls, warm air spirals upward, causing the most powerful winds of the storm. Storm damage. When a hurricane strikes land, we say it has made landfall. As the hurricane moves over land, powerful winds and heavy rains can remain over an area for several hours. Its raging winds can reach a speed of more than 250 kilometers per hour. The winds can range and can do tremendous damage. Hurricane winds can rip trees out of the ground, tear the roofs of buildings, and shatter windows. The torrential rains can cause heavy flooding. As the hurricane's eye passes over an area, the wind slows and the sky might clear. This is a lull, or a brief calm in the storm. When the lull passes, the intense winds and heavy rains resume. This is because the most powerful winds of the storm surround the hurricane's eye. Hurricanes weaken as they move over land. They need energy from the warm sea air to stay powerful. This destruction was caused by Hurricane Frances, which battered Florida in 2004. Storm surge. A hurricane can cause storm surges. The storm surge occur when the hurricane pushes ocean water onto the shore. During a hurricane, ocean water is pulled up into the eye. This makes enormous waves that gain even more power from the strong hurricane winds. The result is a wall of seawater that crashes onto land. Some of the worst damage from a hurricane is caused by storm surges. They are especially dangerous in areas where the coast is at almost the same level as the ocean. During a storm surge, ocean water pours onto land with tremendous force, flooding streets and buildings. Buildings on hills are not as likely to flood, but they are sometimes damaged by mudslides that result from the heavy rain. Besides flooding coastal areas, storm surges can do plenty of damage to property. Rapid rises in sea level can damage or destroy portions of bridges. Some surges also can lift large boats, wrecking them as they wash them on the shore or even onto roads. Storm surges can also be very dangerous for animals and people who get caught in the rushing water. Monitoring storms. Predicting and tracking hurricanes are important jobs of weather forecasters and meteorologists. They alert people to the growing storm. People in areas where the hurricane might strike have time to prepare for the storm. Weather forecasters use images from satellites to help them follow a hurricane's development over the ocean. The images help them track a hurricane's progress and its path. This way, the forecasters can have a good idea when the storm will make landfall. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA, sends specially equipped planes to fly right into the center of hurricanes. The planes carry meteorological equipment that gathers data inside the storms. The data are fed into computer models that help forecasters make accurate predictions during a hurricane. Data also help researchers better understand what goes on inside storms and hurricanes. This information helps meteorologists to be better hurricane forecasters. Devices on the weather research planes measure air pressure, humidity, temperature, and wind direction and speed. This gives scientists a good idea of the structure and intensity of the storm. Hurricanes are very powerful storms that can cause great damage when they reach land. The strong winds and heavy rains can destroy anything in their path. Scientists study these hurricanes so they can learn as much as possible about these dangerous storms.